What's up, brother?
Hey man, how's it going?
I'm sorry about that. It's going great. How you doing?
Good man. How was your weekend?
It was all right, man. It was shoot, man. I forgot. I had my daughter, so spending money, shopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, but she needed some things, and it was good to have her. It was been 2 weeks since I had her, so obviously her mom and them are doing family things and stuff like that. So then I just I worked and stuff like that. So it was good. It was straight, man. It was good to see her, and I see her next weekend. So it's always awesome to see my kid, spend time with my kid. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But other than that, how you doing, man? How's the wife and the kids and everything?
Good man.
I don't see any gray hairs.
I pluck them.
Oh. plugging all them with that wisdom hair, bro. You plugging that stuff?
Yeah. Like I get them like every now and then, like one here, one there, and I just pluck them.
I got like when I grow my hair a little longer, or can grow a little longer, I got it on the side, a little bit in my beard. I'm gonna wear it with with a badge, bro, badge of honor. So
I mean, if it
huh?
are coming in like grass, then
I'm a sporty, bro. I'm gonna be all right. That salt and pepper look. Oh, I'm gonna kill the game, bro. I'm gonna kill the game, B. But now it's been good, man. It's not too bad.
All right, you ready to get into it?
Oh yeah, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know you saw the trailer for The Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, right?
I was a little disappointed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Lawrence Fishburne is not in it.
No.
So that was my first what?
Yeah.
Like that, that's I don't know. And then after seeing it, I guess it's a new style. Like it doesn't look like the other three Matrix.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is new. This is I think. And then I don't know how Trinity is back. Like Trinity's back, Neo's back.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'm like, all right, I guess you couldn't have Matrix without Neo, but you know what I mean? You can't have it without Neo. So I thought he would be, but it was because, and then he has the John Wick look. I didn't like that. I didn't like the John Wick look. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it's because he was filming both at the same time. So
I was like, all right, okay, but I have to see it. Like when Lawrence Fishburne is not in it, I want to really. I'm going to see it. I am a fan of The Matrix. I'm a fan of Keanu. I want to see the movie for see what kind of twist. I was reading some things. Obviously the Wachowskis,
mm-hmm.
right? Those are the ones that directed it. So only one sister is doing it. So the two sisters are not doing it together. There's only one. Yeah. So it's so they're taking their creativity, like their creative mindset, to different paths. So it's only one that's doing this movie. So it's like, oh man. So we'll see what happens. Like when I found that out, I was like, oh, you had 3 movies that were good, and then now you're gonna do them separate. Like it'd be a twist if one sister does one, and then they do another sequel, a Matrix 5, and then the other sister do that one, and then they have the third one where they do it together. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, see, the first one was it was the best. The second one was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one. And then the third one was just
out there.
Yeah.
It's like
out there. So I think
so we'll see what happens. I think did they have to do it? No. But you know what I mean? Like that's what I say. I mean, I looked at it, I was a little like, okay, do we need to see another Matrix? No, but I will enjoy it. I'll enjoy it. You throw it out there, I'll spend my money. You know what I mean? It's on HBO Max anyway, so
so I'm not gonna go to theaters to see it. I see it on HBO.
I'll see it on HBO Max. So I'm not really
because it comes out a couple days after Spider-Man, so it's like, yeah.
Oh, and yeah, and then that's another thing. Like Spider-Man. Oh my God! Like y'all didn't think about this. Like when y'all put this out, like y'all see Spider-Man, coming out. Like
Yeah, I thought it was gonna come out next year, but
nah,
they just
well, so the so the the articles are saying, like all the reports are saying, that if Shang-Chi did bad, was a poor showing, they would have pushed everything back. So we would have got
everything.
Huh?
For Marvel or for everything?
For Marvel. So it would have pushed everything back. So they would have, then what is it? What's next? Not Carnage. Carnage would have stayed, but Eternals, they would have pushed it back next year, and then they would have pushed Spider-Man back next year. They would have pushed everything back because of if it didn't do good. No, you know what I mean?
That Shang-Chi was off the chain.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think we're ready for Dragon Ball Z now. Like, I think we're ready now. We're ready. Like, I think we could do it now. We had our first test drive, but that's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but have you seen the first live action Dragon Ball Z?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen it. Like, I just feel like if it was Dragon Ball Z to me. It was awesome. It was like culturally, like I'm not gonna lie. Think, man, like real talk, Black Panther and Shang-Chi are your best movies. You know what I mean? Like culturally, like yeah. It's for the people, bro. It's like, your Captain Americas, your, like, to be honest with you, man, when you look at everything, like Endgame kind of summed everything all up to where it's like, okay, great, awesome, but these two movies are like culturally, like they
culturally resonate,
Yeah, dude, like the music, the choreography, like how like set in San Francisco. I mean, like there's so much history in San Francisco with the Asian community. Yeah, you know what I mean? Wakanda, based in Africa. There's so much. Obviously, everybody came from Africa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, but took so many elements, like stuff that was happening in Haiti and stuff like that. So, I mean, they really did their homework with both films.
Yes, and then it just, even with their legends, their history, man. Every time when I watched that movie, I thought of, to be honest with you, this is what it would look like if all the kung fu movies and karate movies and all these movies had major production money. Mm-hmm. We would have got this a long time ago. You know what I mean? If Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and everybody had this Disney Marvel money and everything like that, dude, we would have been past all this. We'd have been saw all these things. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't have to wait till they were anime to see it. Mm-hmm. Like, we just saw an animated film in Shang-Chi. Like, it was a great story. Loved it. Can't wait what they're gonna do with this, especially with the end credits. Like, pretty excited. Like, I loved it. So now it's just, but it just told me, like, man, if these Jet Li, you know what I mean? If some of these films, I understand they do the tight ropes and, you know what I mean, like that. But if you had some, like, and then because some of the graphics in that movie are in the movies are just trash. You know what I mean? Because, low production. But if they had something like this production here in those movies, like just the stunt doubles and stuff, which they were great in, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, you know what I mean? Like, they were great in some of these movies, but if they had this production, like the money in these movies, bro, I think all those movies and action stars would be huge. Yeah, it would rack up money, bro.
Hawkeye trailer?
I saw the Hawkeye trailer. I have to see it. I to be honest with you, I was more excited for Captain America or the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was more excited to see that. Loki, I was excited to see. WandaVision, I was excited to see. But for some reason, man, when I look at Hawkeye, I think I have to watch it. It's confusing to me because I really thought his daughter was the next Hawkeye. It's Kate Bishop, and I'm Hawkeye is one of those guys that you just don't pay attention to. You know what I mean? It's like we're getting a 6-man movie. You know what I mean? Like
a JV type of.
Like Wanda. The reason why we're WandaVision movie, or we got a Disney Plus show, is because the Scarlet or what was it? Scarlet Witch is the most powerful mutant in, like, she snapped all mutants out of existence, bro. It's in the
Yeah.
comic book. Like, she's the most powerful one, you know, and it sets up the multiverse, and then Loki sets up the multiverse because obviously they introduced King the Conqueror, or one of King's variants, and then obviously you want to find out who's the next in line for the mantle of Captain America, which we all knew was Sam, but now he's getting into his, like, he got his groove, he got the the uniform and everything. So that was really big for the Black community. I feel like it didn't get a lot of media attention. I really do. Like, man, you got Loki, crazy, WandaVision, you know what I mean? But I feel like, you still had that, that one to be Captain America.
The thing that I liked about the whole Captain America Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and Winter Soldier, is that they showed both dynamics of how Black people feel about the armed forces, you know, how they feel about the American flag.
With Isaac, or Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah Bailey, I think.
That was, and that really,
I think they touched on that geniusly.
Oh yeah, because there's folks that because of the Vietnam War, and I really think it was the Vietnam War that really hit.
Yeah,
there was a lot of African Americans, a lot of Black people that went to that war, and
my grandfather went to that war. He told me stories. Yeah, he told me stories like how they
didn't do anything for him. It's the only war that they didn't do anything for, and mostly minorities went to that.
Yeah,
everybody else went to college. All the white boys went to college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just gets to a point where, like, or the rich. I can't say white. Let me be politically correct. The rich went to college. The poor went to war. And then they didn't do anything for the poor because all of a sudden we're involving in a conflict that we shouldn't be in. Shit, we shouldn't. I mean, if you look at Korea, I understand why they fought in Korea, because it was a position. Like, if they'd have took Korea, then we would naturally, like, enclose China. But we lost that war. Like, or we stalemated it, we tied, and we split the country in two. Now you have North Korea and South Korea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, when you find, like, history and stuff like that, we got them out of Philippines, so we won the Philippines. We didn't get them out of the North Korea, so we pushed as far as we could, and then that was it. And we still made it, put a little road in there, and now they're all looking at each other 24/7, talking about, you cross the line, your ass is mine. You know what I mean, kind of thing. Yeah. So, but it's like, I was really excited. That touched me because the truth is getting out there, man. It's like, we're evolving. You can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
You can't hide. You can't hide the truth. You can't hide what we're capable of, what the fear is, you know what I mean? Like, and to be honest with you, the government doesn't give a fuck about us. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you should get out of these movies, with the something accords, what they signed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Scandinavian Accords or whatever, in the Civil War, when they were doing that, when they were signing that paperwork and stuff.
Yeah, it's Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, you saw somebody that never served in the military and thought the government was the best way to go. So more government. Then you saw somebody that served in the military and was like, less government. You know what I mean? Like that, we're dealing with that today. Tony Stark was a civilian, and he was like, oh, we need to trust in the government because it's best, because we're taking people out of war. But then,
Captain America, he's like,
Captain America's like, dude, I know the government. I'm telling you, we don't want to do this, bro. We're not signing it. You know what I mean? Like, like, get out of here. So, and then it ended up getting together because, when he got back, and he was like, didn't I tell you we needed to put a shield around the world and stuff like that? And I felt that was like it wouldn't have mattered anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it was nothing going to stop that man from coming to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? We had this. on earth. You know, it's like if you couldn't kill him, like, you know, like what you were, all y'all was supposed to roll up in the Titan and then take him on Titan, you know, that, you know, and it's just, I don't know. But Shang-Chi, it was a great movie. It was a great step. The Asian community, to be honest with you, I hear money. That's all I hear. It made money. That's all I hear. But I don't hear anything about the Asian community proud of it or anything like that. Like, you don't hear that on the media.
Yeah, see, well, the thing is about the Asian community, they're very conscious about what's put out there as far as their image.
Yeah.
So I think so I think they had like well, I'm saying as far as China.
Yeah.
You know, they're very protective of how they're portrayed out there in the world. So I think they had like certain issues with the film.
Okay.
Yeah, about certain characters being played a certain type of way. So that's why I don't think it was. I'm not sure if it was released in China or not.
Because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, like, you know, it didn't fail. It made some money, and now they're continuing on, like, you know, and then and think about it, like, to me, it was Black Panther type of level. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm Black and Mexican, so you know, as far as films and everything, that was huge for, you know, that I felt like was for the Asian community and Asian actors, and being Asian of a cast of a Asian cast. I mean, I could say Black Panther, they still have some white folks in there, but I guess you can't get around without no white folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, they sprinkle a couple. It was like a couple. Yeah.
But I guess you can't with that. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what else they could do. I think they changed the game. I love the fight scenes. I mean, it's not like something I haven't seen before. I've seen some of the greats, you know, do it. You know, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Bruce Lee. What's his name? The boy Ip Man name. Yeah. I forget his name, but I've seen some greats do it. So it was great to see it on then such a big platform. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Because no, Ip Man didn't show like this. You know, it didn't make that type of money. You know, it didn't make the money until it hit the videos and stuff like that. People start streaming it and everything like that. You know, so this is a big up. So I think this is a very successful movie, and I put it up there with Black Panther.
All right, you ready to go to the next topic?
Yeah. The rituals.
Yeah, your boy Westbrook.
Oh my God, bro! No,
he's from LA. He's part of the Lakers now.
You know what? He don't really care. He don't know me. I don't know him. And I'm gonna put it like this, man. Like, there's a lot of young Black men that are confused. Like, you just I don't know what these people are thinking.
It's just that
it has to be a ritual. It has to be a ritual. So you have to do something to get the ring. You have to do something to do something. Something's happening to, because the reason why I say a ritual is because, you know, they demasculate you. Like, you got high heels on or boots on, and you're wearing a skirt. Like, dude, you're from LA. You went to UCLA.
He's married with children.
You got sons. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
And it's not only that, you got little kids looking up to you, you know? So
I don't know what's up, man. I seriously don't know. You don't see LeBron James wearing a damn skirt?
No, but the thing is, you don't see Tom Brady wearing a skirt. You know, you don't see Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't see Michael Jordan wearing a skirt.
No, I'm just saying it's these.
Other than Cam Newton, what he does, Cam Newton is. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I just.
He's not wearing a skirt though.
I don't think he's wearing a skirt.
I mean, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. So, you know, people from the South. It's like people from the South, they dress a certain type of way, especially you from Atlanta. So how he's dressing, that's like the preppy type of get up.
Okay. I've never been in Atlanta, so you got yeah. Okay.
No,
All right.
no, I got family from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
My
They
grandpa.
dress so they dress like that? They like
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah. They
all right,
dress.
I didn't know that. So pretty much Westbrook is on his own. He's on his own on this, bro. Like I don't know. I can't
I can't take it seriously, man.
I can't like
You're wearing a dress and high heels. I can't take you seriously. Like,
bro, I don't know
at the
what's
same
going
time.
on. I don't know what's dude, it's so like I don't get it, bro. I can't like why? You have sons, man. You have sons, young black men.
And the thing is, how can you wear a dress and then go back to your wife and think she's gonna take you
Seriously?
seriously as a man? You know,
Man, she's signing the divorce papers right now. Like, bro, she's just taking her half and going because this stuff is getting crazy, bro.
it is.
Like, there's no way I'm gonna be out in public with a skirt, with a dress. Like, I've seen all these other black actors, you know, Kevin Hart, you know, Eddie Murphy. Oh, is it Eddie Murphy? I don't know if Eddie Murphy wore it. Yeah, he plays the Medea thing. You know, Martin Lawrence, Shanae, you know, Wesley Snipes.
I say that with them. At least it was in a movie. He's wearing it out in public, like.
And I ain't getting nobody. I don't see Denzel in a dress. None of you motherfuckers are supposed to be in a dress. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, bro. Mel, I ain't never seen Morgan Freeman in no dress, Denzel in no dress, like Chadwick Boskin in no dress. I ain't seen the boy that played 12 Years a Slave in no dress. Like, there's some brothers out there. Idris Alba or whatever his name is, ain't no dress.
No.
Like, a lot of brothers out there being very successful out not wearing no damn dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't give people passes, man. As much as badass as Wesley Snipes was, you know, him wearing a dress and then shit. You know what I mean? Like, he had to do every action movie after that. You know what I mean? But they got his ass with tax evasion, so it didn't help none.
No.
You know? So it's just like, you know, Kevin Hart wearing a dress. Like, bro, you got sons too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
why do you have to wear a dress to be funny?
Shoot, even David Chappelle said that. They came to him on Blue Street,
yeah.
And they were like, you know, what would be more funny is if you was in a dress. Like, I'm funny by myself. I don't need to wear a dress. Why do I need to wear a dress? It doesn't make any sense. He was saying, like, it doesn't make any sense for me to wear a dress. Like, why?
It's old. I mean,
it's just demasculating black men.
Yeah, that's the only way I can think of.
That's why they promote Lil Nas, by the way, that's why they promote Lil Nas so much. He's demasculating. Anything that demasculates black men is more televised than masculine black men.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, if you look at it, like, dude, they have the thing with Cinderella. The fairy godmother is a black gay man. I've seen the movie of Cinderella. I saw an old white lady. When do we go to a gay black man? Like, dude, I'm never gonna let my daughter see that shit.
No.
If she hadn't already saw it, but she ain't gonna see it over here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. And then this cat's making paternity pitch. Dude, I had to have a conversation with my daughter about it.
What do you say?
So,
what do you say about that?
So she said that her sister brought it to her attention first. I guess because they like Old Town Road. So that's her favorite.
Her older sister, right?
Like both of them. They like Old Town Road.
No, I'm saying she got an older sister, right?
Yeah, she has an older sister. Well, 2 years older. You know what I mean? 7, 9. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So Aaliyah brought it to her attention, like, look, Lil Nas is pregnant. You know what I mean? And she believed it. And then she said, like, how it got brought up, we were going to Target. And she was like, Daddy, I can't listen to Old Town Road anymore. And I was like, what? And I was like, why? and she was just like, mommy said I can't listen to it no more. And I was just like, and I knew it. I knew it as soon as her mom said she can't listen to it no more. I was like, okay. And I was like, is it? And then she was like, it's like Lil Nas is pregnant. And I was like, Baby Bear, men can't have babies. Like, you know what I mean? So I parked in the Target parking lot and pretty much told her, I was like, okay, when you saw the picture, what did you think? And then she was just like, men can have babies? And I'm like, you know, boys can have babies? And I'm like, no, they can't. It's not, we're so I pretty much had to have the whole gender conversation with her again. You know what I mean? Like, she's
at an early age.
At 7. So I had to tell her, you know, reinsure, like, you know, not reinsure, but just explain to her, like, okay, boys have penises, girls have vaginas, girls have what they're born with is called reproduction organs, where they can have babies, the ovaries and everything, so they can carry and give birth to babies.
Right.
And like, okay. And I was like, so she's like, he's not pregnant. He's like, he's not having a baby. No, baby, it's fake. It's like, he's just putting on a show. And she was like, I totally, it was fake and everything. And I'm just thinking to myself, how many other kids are doing this? How many other kids think boys can have babies after this? You know, we're not just talking about young Black men. We're not talking about young men at all. We're even talking about young girls that are confused now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they don't talk about.
Children of, you know, different creeds.
Yeah, like we're talking about, like, now that I have a daughter, and she really thought like boys can have babies after that, and now it's confusing. And I mean, I handled it with, you know, pretty good. She understood, and, you know, breaking it down, and I'm like, wow, I'm having this conversation at 7 years old, you know, and we talked about you know, homosexuality, you know, lesbians and gays. We had that conversation already, so she understands. And I said, don't judge. Everybody is allowed to love who they want to love. You know, it's not a really big deal.
Right.
You know, so don't think of it as being something bad or whatever case may be. It's nothing to frown upon. It's nothing to point at or make fun of. Everybody's allowed to love who they choose to love. And she was like, okay, daddy. You know what I mean? So it's because it's me. It's how I react to it. It's how, because my thing is, if you reacted to it a negative way, you're building either hate, discrimination, or just confusion. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's up to the parents, and everything is up to the parents, man. Like with Lil Nas, like, I don't have TV, man. There's a reason why I don't watch TV. I stream everything. I pick what I want to watch. Exactly. And then I don't watch commercials. I don't watch these TV because I don't do it, because I don't like what they promote. Exactly. And I protect my
like I told you before with Lil Nas X. The only time you see him is on BET, MTV. You know, he's not that type of artist that's going to town headlining shows, because he doesn't have that type of audience. He doesn't have that type of fan base that's gonna pop up at every arena to see him perform.
Nobody's talking about, I got Lil Nas tickets. Nobody's talking about that. I got Lil Nas tickets. Oh man, Lil Nas is coming to San Antonio. Bro, this guy's he probably go to Austin. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to the city that has the strongest LGBT or whatever population.
And it's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's whatever. But it's just like, I had to have a conversation with your daughter about you know, gender, you know, homosexuality, reproductive, you know, the whole reproductive track and stuff like that. And I think I did a pretty good job. You know, she understood. She was like, okay, I understand why mommy told me not to listen to him. And I was just like, yes, because mommy doesn't approve of that. And I'm following suit. I don't approve to it. I don't approve at all either. So we're a team.
That y'all on the same page with that.
Yeah, and you know, my thing is and being in order to be good co-parents, there has to be some common ground. I mean, we've always had you know, we wanted our daughter to be raised Christian, and you know, we stand for, you know, our we us. Now I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm
Yeah.
talking about we, even though we are apart, what we still our morals are still the same. Our standards are still the same. Don't get me wrong saying like everybody got to be like this or everybody got to follow suit. That's what we decided to do. That's our choice how to raise our daughter. You know what I mean? And my thing, like I even told her, I was like, you will have a choice when you are older, and I'm talking about 18 years old, to do what you feel that, you know, that you do what do what you're happy. Do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Like I can only help you, teach you how to be a good human being. I can teach you how I think as far as my morals, but you'll have an option to understand that and to see it for yourself when you get out in the world.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's Roman Catholic and my dad's Baptist. We didn't go to church on Sundays. God was not, you know, I mean, my mom said, you know, I got most of my church from my grandma Sarah and my grandpa and my grandma Cookie. You know, the old grandmothers in the house, you know, prayed for you and everything like that, you know, read the Bible and stuff. Yeah. So that's where pretty much I didn't get it from my mom and dad. You know, my mom didn't like church because that back in the day, it was like 4-hour service.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and come to find out, my dad wanted to be a preacher when he was a kid. And I was just that, you know, to me, that was hard to believe, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just like, you know, my daughter, I want her to just make good choices, you know what right from wrong. You know, obviously I think I'm more of a 10 Commandments. I believe in the 10 Commandments.
That's what we want for all of our children, you know, make choices, be good citizens, and, you know, help them figure out their place in this world. That's basically it.
I mean, I wouldn't say good citizens because right now we are seeing what good citizens are.
yeah, you got a point on that one.
You know what I mean? So good. I say good human being.
That's law-abiding the citizens.
Yeah, and I tell her like, I even told her this. I was like, you need to question authority. You do not. I was like, you need to question authority.
Always ask questions.
Because you don't want to follow. I was like, baby girl, you lead, you don't follow. You know what I mean? You think for yourself. You speak up. If it's something on your mind, you say it. You tell that teacher, why do I have to do this? Or why are we doing this? Or why do you say that? Because they're going to tell you a lot of shit that obviously you're not going to know until you get to college about real history. You know what I mean? But, you know, you're probably not going to, we've learned more Black history since the internet came out.
Yeah, especially on IG.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's in books. After we found out about it, we researched it and it's there, but we just never known about it. They never teach us that stuff. So it's been hidden from us. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say like that skit with Richard Pryor. When, I don't know if you've seen it, but you look it up. When he's in the tomb, like he's a tomb raider with like 3 other gentlemen, white gentlemen. And he ends up finding a book of life. And he was like, wait a minute, they Black, they like me. We discovered medicine, we discovered engineering and everything. Oh man, I'm gonna take this out and show the world. We kings, like you know what I mean? And then all you see is the white dudes look at each other like, oh shit, and then they close the door on his ass and talk about we're gonna tear it all down. It's just, you know, they don't want to give us any opportunity to know that we're from something that was
something greater, something
great. You know, we were, and then we're talking about the Moors, man. We were Moors, man. We were people of education, of engineering, of, you know, like we built empires. You know what I mean? Like that's why they try to lighten the skin. Like every time you look at the Greek statues and stuff like that, and then you like, oh, this is what they look like now or something, or this is what we picture them looking like. The hair gets straighter, it gets lighter. And I'm like looking at the hair on the statue and I'm like, boy, that is the kinkiest white man I've ever seen in my life. Like, You know what I mean? Like that hair looked like it's wool. You
Right.
know, that looked like, some mix between either, Middle East to Asian, or you know what I mean? Like Greek and them, all them. So I don't know, man. I just look at it like it's unfortunate that Westbrook and Little Nas are tools to demasculate black men.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just pawns in this.
It's terrible, man. Like I would love for him to say what his thoughts were, and I'm not gonna lie, man. And then like I said, Dwayne Wade. I don't like that's. I don't know, man. It's just some of these guys out here just. I believe they lost themselves. You're talking about a kid from Chicago. Well, he went to Marquette, right?
Yeah,
That's
Marquette, Southside
like
Chicago.
Southside Chicago, bro. And then you over here dyeing your hair, and you know
And now you
letting
transition your son to be a girl.
and he's not even an
At
adult.
13 years old. I mean,
Not even an adult. You know what I mean? That's why I said, like, I don't understand these people here, man. Like, is he sacrificing his son for something?
that's a good question.
Michael Magic Johnson, you had to sacrifice your son to get the cure for AIDS. What's up? Like what's up, man? Like now you start thinking a little deeper, and I know it's a little ridiculous, but his son is like flame on, bro. Like it's ridiculous. Like I'm like, man, like what's up? Like what happened? Like what's going on? Like it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Then you start questioning, like, was Magic Johnson gay? Is Dwayne Wade gay? Is Russell Westbrook gay? You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you're gay, just say it. You know what I mean? Like, but
no straight man is gonna wear a dress.
no,
In my opinion.
bro, negative. You will never.
You can't be a heterosexual and wear a dress.
You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. I can't. I don't know what it is, bro. Like he was proud in those pictures. Like
Yeah.
he was proud, bro.
He was like, yes, bitch.
Man, it was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
It was really disappointing. All I know is that it's up to us, man. It's up to the parents. It's up to like to me. It's up to me. It's just that's why I try to tell everybody, man. Your kid is gonna be your kid is a product of your parenting.
Exactly.
You don't know how to parent, then you need to read a book, or you need to find something. You need to research something.
Yeah, things about books is that they just give you an opinion on how to raise your child because each child is different.
And some of them don't even have kids and writing books. So never mind.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just basically try to figure it out as you go.
Yeah. Every time you know what? And it reminds me of what my dad said. There wasn't no manual to this shit.
It really isn't.
There's no manual to this shit. We don't know. We do the best we can, and there it is, man. And it's just like
you just hope for the best. You just hope you did something right.
Just don't repeat the past. Like if it's broke, don't repeat it.
Right.
If you know what I mean? If it's broke, don't repeat it. Get away from all that shit. You know what I mean? Now, if it works, then repeat, until, you know what I mean? But my thing is just like, I had to get away from, California, had to get away from my family in order to learn on my own and then raise my daughter on my own. You know what I mean? And I think I did a good job, man. I think I learned a lot from my past, and therapy helped. We really need as Black men, it's okay to go to therapy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really.
It'll help us understand these emotions that we're going through, especially with us growing up in a environment where emotions were shown as weakness.
Yeah, it's a different world than when our parents were our age. So
yeah, because they don't have no time for that. You know what I mean? It is the world at that time was like, they were still, some areas were still segregated. Some areas were, you couldn't like, California. I'll tell you right now, California, Los Angeles,
still segregated.
You couldn't fucking go past Rodeo Drive. So yeah, you can have your house in your neighborhood, but you can't come down here because the cops fuck all down Rodeo Drive. So they see a brother down on the other side of Rodeo Drive, your ass is getting beat the fuck up and then going to fuck jail. You're just getting beat the fuck up, maybe halfway killed. Then they dump you back on your side to show all the other brothers this is what happens when you come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it's sad because that's what happened after World War II. All the companies were opening up in California, and all the jobs were in California at the time. So everybody from the South, obviously, Jim Crow and everything, like they wanted to get out of the South, and they moved, and they end up moving the manufacturing companies to Detroit and everything, and over there in the Midwest, and then left everybody there, and hence that's why you had LA.
Yeah, I can tell you, like, my grandparents are from the South. My grandparents are from Georgia, so, and when that Jim Crow area started, that's when they moved to Philadelphia.
Yeah, so they had to move up north.
Lynchings and stuff like that, and they didn't want the kids to be brought up in that type of environment, worrying about, if they're going to see them on the news or anything hanging on the tree. So,
and we have to get out of this. Like, we have to get out of, if you're born here, then you're gonna die here. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. Like, I'm from Victorville, California, bro. I was raised in all over Southern California, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And I left. I packed up my bag and left because it wasn't good for me if I'd have stayed. And we need to promote that. We need to promote, if it ain't good, get the fuck out.
Period.
Pack bags and get out. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't understand why excuse me. I just don't understand why people just don't leave. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing here? You're on unemployment, like, or you have no job. You're not even getting employment. You're not even getting any benefits. There's no, you're like, oh, the hood love me. I'm the hood and hood. No. There's so many other opportunities out there, and you let this, because your parents are too prideful to leave. Everybody got pride. Everybody got pride. Oh, I'm not leaving. This is where I'm from. I'm gonna stay here till I die. I'm like, why? That sounds like you in a like your own personal hell. Because don't complain if another brother die on the street. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't helping your community. You just staying there because what?
Yeah.
This is where my home. You can sell it, right? Everybody on the block can sell it to a company, which they would pay you probably triple of what that house would pay just for the property. Take that and go start somewhere else. Have a better life for you and your kinfolk.
Yeah. And
it just seems like we're just, as a community, man, I feel like we're not very good at that.
Yeah. Well, we can switch it up to the next topic. I know you definitely love your college football, so.
Oh yeah, man. I love college football, bro. That's my thing, man. We just fired Clay Hilton, USC.
Okay.
It was long overdue. Especially losing the fucking 49 to 28 to Stanford, unranked Stanford.
Yeah, that'll get you fired right there.
Because this is the year that we were supposed to, like, this was the year where this was the year where it would have been okay if we'd have lost to Notre Dame in the 6th week, 7th week, because that's where your schedule kind of gets kind of tough.
Right.
It would have been okay if we had a loss to Utah. You know what I mean? Like, have that first loss to Utah late. You know what I mean? But losing early like this in the 2nd week of the season and getting blown out because we were predictable. Here's your pink slip. Peace. Boom. You know what I mean? Good luck. Because he's never going to get a job again. He might get a job somewhere like a little small school or something. But
he could be a coordinator or something like that.
I don't body him as a coach because he had the best job in the country. Our recruiting went. We had the boy from Alabama, quarterback Young, leave. We had the boy from the quarterback from Clemson, Lee, California. They were all from California.
Mm-hmm.
They're all that Modern Day and St. John Bosco's are big schools in California, and they all left.
Matter of fact, this kid from California, he committed to Texas. I forgot his name.
Quarterback,
but,
a black quarterback.
Yeah,
I know.
Black quarterback. I forgot his name, but he's like a top 5 quarterback.
And then another thing, bro, and he goes to Sierra High School. And another thing, another thing is just that USC never transitioned into like the last black quarterback was Rodney Peete. Rodney Peete was the last black quarterback at USC. And for some reason, if you look at history, Nebraska ain't been Nebraska since Tommy Frazier left. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know, they hoorah'd Tim Couch and then they got blown out by Miami. You know what I mean? So it's like they ain't won a national championship since a brother was your quarterback. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some of these teams ain't won a championship, you know, because they just got away from it all, man. They just don't like, I don't know, man. It's just USC always believed in this sunny side, blonde hair, sunshine shit. When we got so much talent, we had 2 brothers leave and now a third one leave out of state. Texas won a national championship with Vince Young. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You telling me nobody can play quarterback at USC? Man, bro.
Speaking of my Longhorns, they got blown out by Arkansas. I'm like, God.
Welcome to the SEC, son. Welcome to the SEC. That's every game, bro. That's just Arkansas, bro.
Yeah.
That's just Arkansas. 2025, y'all gonna have an SEC schedule, bro.
I think the coach needed to decide on a quarterback because he was playing both quarterbacks. So I think
no confidence. Yeah, no confidence.
Well, within a couple of games, he needs to pick a quarterback that's going to be the starter, not splitting reps or anything like that. Yeah,
you're right. You're absolutely right, man. It just showed that, well, that's your life in 2025 when y'all go to SEC. You know, you look at Missouri, they ain't been shit.
Well, definitely the honeymoon is over. We know that. I think this coach is trying to get through this year. So when his recruits come in, now he can start making noise. I think he's just trying to get through this year.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I give Sarkisian a year. I'll give him a year.
Yeah, because next year he's gonna have his quarterback.
Yeah,
that can throw in.
Yeah, you will.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah. All right. 1 year. Then I'm gonna talk shit because y'all ain't gonna win next year. So I'm but no, it just like I love college football, man. It's so exciting. You know, I saw some great games. I saw, you know, Penn State pull out a crazy one against Wisconsin. You know, I saw Alabama smash whatever that team is, you know, because it can't be Miami Hurricane. That was terrible.
They're gonna run it back. Alabama. They're gonna run it back.
Yeah.
But god dang.
We'll see. I mean, Nick Saban said, you know, this is why I respect Nick Saban. Nick Saban went on the press conference and was like, this is rat poison 2.0, right? So the first time he ever said rat poison was, I think like 2 years ago, a year or 2 years ago. And what he explained why this is 2.0 is because he said, we think we're coming to practice, slacking, not paying attention because we're up 28 points at half. But in the second half, it was 17-16.
Right.
Like we like they outscored, they won the second half. We had 2 stops in the red zone. Like they went for it and we had 2 stops. So he was like, and y'all ain't won nothing. You know what I mean? Like you got outplayed half. So that tells me that we can't play for 48 minutes. You know what I mean? I got a guy that's like could be a top 5, you know, tight end in the country, and he can't act right. So I got to show him by putting his replacement in, his backup in, and watch him score 2 touchdowns to relay a message on him. You know, it's like, you need to stay humble, son. You know, play that Kendrick Lamar in your ear. Stay humble. Like, and that's why I respect him so much. That's why if he ever, like, you know, knocked on my kid's door, he was like, yeah, you're going to Alabama, son. You know what I mean? Right. I know.
Who do you think is going to be playing in the championship besides?
Well, it's not gonna be.
Alabama has a good chance.
It's not gonna be Ohio State. It's not gonna be Clemson. I could throw it out there. Maybe Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon and Alabama.
Mm.
You know, maybe a Pac-12 SEC type. But it's a hard road for Alabama. This weekend they got Florida in Florida. Then they got Georgia this year too. You know, they both ranked in the top 5. So then the SEC, you know what I mean? LSU is still there. You know, Coach O need a big win, especially after losing to UCLA.
Oh yeah.
You know, they got my boy Lane, Kiffin Lane. I think that's what his name. Over there in Ole Miss, and he got a top 5 quarterback, bro. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be really interesting. We saw Arkansas, they 2-0, and they played pretty tough. So it's gonna be if anything, this is the year to beat Alabama. This is the year to beat Alabama when they're brand new, when they're getting brand new people.
Yeah, they're retooling and they trying to figure out.
Yeah, new offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Like this.
They have a good quarterback though.
Yeah, like this is like just Ohio State. That was the only time to beat. This is the only time of the year to beat them this year, because next year these boys are gonna be dogs next year, bro. Alabama. If you thought Alabama was good this year, bro, if they end up losing 1 or 2 games this year, and Ohio State ends up losing 1 or 2 games a year, this was the year that you could beat them. You could probably steal one, but next year these 2 teams, bro, it's over. Ohio State and Alabama in the championship next year, bro. Like Clemson is done. Clemson is done, bro. Like they have after that Georgia stuff. I don't know if Georgia was on something, but if you can't score more than 3 fucking points, I mean they're gonna be there because ACC is soft. You know what I mean? Like North Carolina just lost to Virginia Tech. They were ranked number 10 and lost to a non-ranked Virginia Tech team. I don't even remember Virginia Tech being good since Michael Vick. You know what I mean? So
no. I mean, they had some moments.
Yeah.
But Michael Vick put them on the map.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They did. They had some moments. They did. You know what I mean? Like USC went down there in Blacksburg, and we whooped on them. You know, we had a pretty good game, you know what I mean, out there. You know, so Virginia Tech ain't been no slouches, but lately it's Virginia Tech. Yeah. You know what I mean? That could have been you know. But other than that, I think it's going to be a great season. It's going to be a lot of shakeups. You know, they're throwing Notre Dame out there. We'll see. They play Wisconsin. They have a tough schedule. They play like 5 ranked teams this year. Well, USC is not ranked, so that's 4. But you know, going to USC is still a tough game. Stanford is a tough game, so they got a tough schedule. Notre Dame, if they can go through their schedule and maybe lose 1 or possibly go undefeated, they'll be in the playoffs. But we all know Notre Dame, when they get in the playoffs, man, it's like it's like a Pop Warner team. You know what I mean? It's like, what happened to that dominant force? And then you get to the playoffs, it's like oh, never mind. You know what I mean? So, but I'm excited for this year. I'm not really sold on Oklahoma.
Who's their quarterback?
His name is Rattler. Rattler. He's the top quarterback in the country right now. Yeah, he's rated like top 5 in the country. Like this guy is going like he's in the Heisman Trophy candidate.
What's the record?
1-0. They had a close game against Tulane. That's why I can't take them serious. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know what their second game was. I think they mopped up on somebody like a FCS team, but you know, I think Oklahoma could be beat. You know, Texas will take care of that, I think.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We should, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. And I don't know. I don't think Oklahoma's tough. I don't see it. Like if they let Tulane score 35 points. Tulane. You know what conference is Tulane in?
I don't.
All right, well, I'll tell you, American Athletic Conference, so the AAC. You know what I mean? So it's
not good. That is not good.
know what I mean? So, but I'm glad it's back, and I love the fans. You know, being in there. You know, it felt really good. That first Saturday, I was like, we need this. You know what I mean? Football came back. It was awesome. You know what I mean? That Dallas game too was.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are a Cowboys fan.
I am a Cowboys fan. I'm proud of it. It's on thin ice though. It's on thin ice.
Thin ice. So that means that you're gonna be turning in your Cowboys.
Yeah, man. I can't deal with another like right now we got Dak. You know, we don't got a backup for him, so he's got to be healthy for the whole year. We just lost one of our best. Well, we lost the best defensive player on our team for 8 weeks. So
who was that?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. He broke his foot in practice.
Oh, damn.
Bone. He broke a bone in his foot in practice. So.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be out for the season.
No, he's out for 8 weeks. They already did the MRI and everything like that. It's one of those small bones or something where it's 8 weeks with the.
Yeah. Was it a fracture or?
I don't know. Well, they say broke, so I would figure it.
Yeah, because if it's a chip fracture, then that's about 8 weeks.
I think he has to have surgery on it.
Oh.
So, but it's not that bone. They said it's a bone where it's not like with 8 weeks, like 2 months, he'll be back in November. He'll be okay. So I don't know, man. That's what they say. They load you up with all those drugs and shit and steroids and everything like that, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so he'll be back. But
yeah, because you know what? The Cowboys, they could have won against Tampa Bay, but the kicker lost the game.
Yeah, he did. Well, our schedule fits too. Like we don't see another like our schedule. We only had 2 from week 1 to week 11. Week 1 and week 11 are the 2 playoff teams on our schedule. That's Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Everybody else in the middle from week 1 to 11 didn't make the playoffs last year.
So y'all gonna lose against Kansas City?
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know. Like I would think it would be. I think it would be another Tampa Bay game.
No, y'all gonna lose that one. Y'all should have won against Tampa Bay.
Well, I think we could do the same thing with because Kansas City defense ain't like.
But they're putting points on the board though.
Well, yeah, but Cleveland wasn't. Cleveland couldn't score after the second half. They don't got Odell Beckham. The only way that offense works is if they had Odell Beckham.
I don't know about that. I mean, they made it to the playoffs without him, so.
Yeah, but did they win?
They won a playoff game. They won a playoff game.
I feel like the only way you're going to beat KC is if you have that third wide receiver. Like they only have Landry and Chubbs and Nick and Hunt. They don't have another wide receiver. So they're 1 wide receiver, 2 running backs. They got Austin Hooper and David. I forget that he got an African name, but that's it. And they got a great defense. But you know, obviously you saw with now he has protection, and you give him 5 seconds to throw the damn ball. Tyreek Hill is going to be open.
All right. So I know it's still early, but what team are you surprised by in the NFL?
Am I surprised? I would think.
What team?
I don't think it's necessarily surprised. I think it's more like you need to give these teams respect.
Right.
It's Seattle and Pittsburgh. Like I don't think people give them the respect that they need.
Oh yeah. I mean? Russell, he definitely proved that he's an elite quarterback.
Like so the first time in NFL history, 8 underdog teams won in week 1. 5 were on the road. So this was abnormal.
All right, so who are the underdog teams?
The underdog teams was Pittsburgh was one of them. I can't name 5. Or was it Pittsburgh was on the road? What was it? I think Cincinnati was an underdog. I can't name them off top, but there was 8 of them. There was 8 teams and 5 were on the road. Right. I have to look at that later. I don't have that information, so that's my bust. But reports say like this was the first time in NFL history that 8 teams that were underdogs, 5 on the road, won in week 1. So, that's impressive.
Wow.
And then, you're right. I am surprised by one team,
Was it
Atlanta. Atlanta.
Oh yeah, my Eagles. That was
I
surprising
didn't think Atlanta would be that bad.
too. So are you sold on Jalen Hurts?
I mean, I think it's unfair to say,
I gotta see more. I gotta see.
I mean, this is his first real season. Like I'm excited for him.
It's just one game.
Yeah, it's just one game. And it's just like, like there's so much going on with Atlanta with the new offensive coordinator, and they lost Julio Jones, and they're finding out that Kyle Pitts is not Julio Jones. They wanted him to be Julio Jones, but he's not Julio Jones. And they have two wide receivers that are undersized, and their running game is shit because
their running game was all right.
Who?
The Hawks. I mean, no, not the Hawks, the Falcons. Their running game was pretty decent.
They only had 45 yards, I think.
They should have kept running.
Yeah, but they fell too far behind. They can't run if you down one.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, I'm talking about in the first half, it was working.
I don't know. I just like they never really had a running game. You know what I mean? Like until they got rid of what's his name? Well, shit. Gurley was playing for them for a little bit, but Atlanta never really had a running game. So them going to, because the offensive coordinator from Tennessee went to Atlanta. So they're doing that whole, Mike Davis is trying to be Derrick Henry kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you got to have horses up front to do that, player. And then now you over here have Matt Ryan under center most of the time. He's slow. My boy was moving like he was moving like molasses on a winter day, bro. I was like, Jesus, it felt so bad for him.
Man, he was moving like he was in the Matrix. Just,
bro, it was like Jesus, man. But no, Eagles have a lot of talent. They have wide receiver core issues that they got Smith. But I feel like Smith, one good hit, that little body gonna break.
Yeah.
And they don't have anybody else. They have Rieger. What is his name? Rigor?
Rager.
They have Rager, and he did pretty good, 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Something in a TD.
We just don't have a big wide receiver
because he's a bust. The other guy, what is his name? JJ is a bust. He can't stay. Yeah, he can't stay healthy.
I think he was in the same draft class as DK, and we could have picked him.
Y'all didn't pick him. Y'all had him, but y'all didn't pick him.
That's what I'm saying. We had a chance to pick. We had a chance to get DK, and we had a chance to get Justin Jefferson.
I thought you were going to pick Justin Jefferson.
So did I.
I was like, Eagles got their wide receiver. Rieger. I was like, from TCU. I was like, who? Like, I watched that with my friend Chelsea, and Chelsea was like, what? Yeah. Like, how? I was like, I don't know, man. Philly's just Philly, I guess.
Yeah, I don't blame Carson for get out of Philly after that.
Carson lost to a really good Seattle team. So
yeah, he did.
I don't really knock that. They really have a good defense. Nobody looked. Seattle was really good. Is a really good team.
And Russell Wilson, he's that dude. I mean,
he's that dude. So they obviously weren't going to win that game. They did the best they can, but I think they're going to be competitive. And then they're in the AFC South. So I think AFC South is for the taking.
Yeah, all right. They'll make it to the playoffs.
And let's see. Surprises. I know people say New Orleans.
That was a surprise. I was surprised by that.
It was shit. I can't even really say it was a surprise. I'm more disappointed in Green Bay. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you don't come to play, any team can beat you. You know what I mean? You don't have any energy. If you think you're gonna, and then you especially underestimate your team that you're playing against, your opponent, you're gonna get blown out. And it's happened really great teams.
Yeah.
And we're not going to sit here and say we're surprised. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm surprised. I'm going to sit here and tell you I'm disappointed in Green Bay because they underestimated New Orleans and they didn't come to play. And I don't care what they say, you deserve to get beat when you don't come to work. And that any team in the NFL that has the same mentality that Green Bay had that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. So, who's coming out? Who's coming out of NFC East?
NFC East?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me that? You already know what I'm gonna say. Not Philly. I tell you that right now. I'll give you a clue.
Yeah, I wasn't even going there.
Dallas. I after I saw Fitzpatrick go down, I don't think Heineke can do it.
Unless they get Cam. They got to get Cam.
They already said no.
I know.
His career is done. I don't know what he did or what he said or whatever case may be, but not even Rivera don't want him. And he went to the Super Bowl with him.
No, I don't understand it.
I if anything, I thought they were gonna call RG3 back.
Oh hell no. Hell no. They go with that.
I don't know about Heineke. Like
RG3, he shot himself in the foot. I mean, he's nothing but.
I just don't know. I don't know. Like I after Fitzpatrick left and he's on IR, I don't know how long he's gonna be out. Hips are feet like really fecal. Like you don't know how it's gonna react to some things. He throws, he twists, he runs. You know what I mean? Get hit on it. So I think he's.
You know what? They should go after Watson. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but Texans are greedy. They're asking for the bank. They want the in the kitchen sink, brother. So like they would give everything up. They would want Scary Terry. They would want draft picks for the next 3 years. Like everybody knows what Watson is. Like he's not going to play this year.
No.
Tyron Taylor is going to play, and but nobody like.
And they still got to pay him.
They still got to pay him. He can suit up and everything.
Hey.
I am getting paid not to play. Like that's the best job in the world, bro.
I know they hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
You getting paid what, 20 mil?
And still signing autographs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, they deserve that. After they let that man run the whole organization to the ground and got rid of his blocking, Tenzel to Miami and got D-Hop to Arizona, dude, I wouldn't want to play for you either. Like you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, then they did that whole smear campaign.
Yeah, knowing that wasn't the truth.
Yeah, but get this, right? The media, ESPN and all them, they're talking about Deshaun Watson, about how it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women showing up saying that he did this, that, and third. But nobody has mentioned that white man in Seattle that beat
his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was a black woman, beat the shit out of her. They mentioned it once and never again.
Talking about he had mental problems, so we're just gonna drop
it. You know his name?
Hell no.
That's the whole damn point.
He's an offensive tackle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play? I don't think he plays. I think they released him.
Yeah, they released him.
Yeah.
They only mentioned that story once. But with Deshaun Watson, it's every week. Here's another one. Here's another one.
And then come to find out, all this shit's lies.
It's hearsay.
Like it's hearsay. It's hearsay.
There's
shit.
No proof. But yet we have proof on what that white man did to that black woman.
I don't know, man. I look at it. I look at the NFL and be like, you know what, man? There was a commentary one time that I caught, and they said nobody will ever be bigger than the Shield.
Yeah, that is true. Because that's why Odell Beckham, when he was with the Giants, right? He was bigger than the Giants. And they got rid of him because he was bigger than the Giants. It was Odell Beckham and the New York Giants.
Yeah, it wasn't New York Giants. Odell. So it just nothing's gonna be bigger than the Shield, man. Nothing like they got rid of everybody that the Kaepernicks, the Rices, you know what I mean? Like they got rid of everybody. They're gonna get rid of everybody. Like shoot, man, I'm not gonna lie, they got rid of Michael Vick because they can't have no brother be in the face of the NFL.
Yeah.
Like they can't have it. Like you think about it, they can't have Marshawn Lynch be in the face of the NFL. And 80% or something like that is African American. We can't have black quarterbacks. Like look at all the black quarterbacks got in the first round. How many of them are starting? None. So we have we have Trevor Lawrence throwing 3 picks in the game, losing to Houston, making Houston look like a goddamn playoff team. We got Wilson up in New York, like running for his life pretty much. And then we got what's the other boy's name? Oh, we got Mac Jones. Now they're saying like he was the best quarterback like that Sunday or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Like, what guy? Chad Wheeler.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even know, bro.
But that's the whole point. We had to do research on what the guy's name was, or what the guy's name is.
It just gets to a point where I'm just thinking like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just I love football. I try to keep it football, but it's sad because, dude, they're gonna hate when Tom Brady leaves, bro.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger is almost out the door. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got some of these old guys, like they're gone, bro. Like, that's it. That's the last of them. Big Ben, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan is out the door, bro. Matt Ryan one more, like, is done.
Aaron Rodgers, he got a couple more years.
Who?
I said Aaron Rodgers, he got
Aaron Rodgers, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's messing up his own shit. It's not even like he's doing like, they don't even got to do anything for him. He's messing it all up for himself. You know what I mean? The only way
Well, he's like, hey, I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
That's why he already making all of his money.
I made my money. Got my championship. I'm out. Like he's just he's on that cool hippie stuff right there, growing his hair out and everything.
Already a Hall of Famer,
So those are the guys that's it. That's it. Those are the last 4 guys?
Yeah.
That's it. After that, they're gonna try to hang on to, they're gonna try to promote Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna try to promote Mac Jones and Zach Wilson and Burrow. They're gonna be kissing their asses, bro. They're gonna be Hubert. You see it. You see the new transition of quarterbacks, and Fields and Lance are gonna be just, right now they're like, oh well, they weren't that good anyway because now they're not starting. Okay, first of all, if I'm Chicago, I don't want him to play anyway because their offensive line is trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I got a future franchise quarterback, you know what? I'd rather wait until next year, see where we fall, and I'm gonna get some offensive linemen next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make some moves in free agency. I might have to trade Khalil Mack to go get some people, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I might have to go get some people to, put around him and stuff like that. San Francisco, yo, I ain't never seen Jimmy G football play like that. It was like 20 for 20. That boy was like, you ain't taking my job. Like, because that's all he's waiting.
That definitely lit a fire under him.
Dude, I'm talking about like, bro, you can't leave San Francisco. I mean, like, shit, I don't know what the hell happened at the end. They almost got beat. But, hopefully that don't happen again.
He'll definitely get traded. He'll definitely get traded towards the end of the year or once.
I would use Jimmy G until he was used up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it'd have to have a timing situation. Now, if he was doing bad in the first 4 games, then you start Lance. But if he ends up going 4-0 in his first 4 games, they're gonna ride him all the way to to
It's a
the
matter
MVP.
of when. It's a matter of
Yeah.
when because
Yeah.
they drafted him. He's what, top 5 draft?
Yeah. He was number 3.
No. Oh yeah. So he's going to play.
Yeah. So and then
No matter how good you do, he's
If
going
it's
to play because
he'll sit behind him for a year or two, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like I think Jimmy G has this year, maybe one more after that.
You got to win the Super Bowl for him to keep his job.
Yep. Yep. Or go to it. Or go to the Super Bowl.
No, he got to win it.
Oh, he got to win it? Oh,
he got to win it because they got a quarterback in the top 3, so that's a lot of money invested in that quarterback. So,
and Justin Fields, like, to be honest with you, I don't know what New England, I get their rebuilding stages, I guess. They lost to Miami. They didn't give no credit to Tua at all. They didn't even mention Tua, and he had a great game. I think he played a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, Mac Jones." I was like, he lost the game. What you Mac Jonesing for? Like, it don't make no sense, man. Like, he lost the game. Why are we talking about Mac? We need to talk about Tua. Tua won the game. You know what I mean? Like, come on. They played New England in New England and won. Was it in New England?
Yeah, I think
it was New England and won. So come on now. Like, y'all pitched that like, oh, they're gonna win the NFC East or AFC East. Shut up. Like, because they played the way they played against Miami. I don't even think they beat Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like, nobody played Buffalo yet. Buffalo is tough. Buffalo got to figure it out, bro. Buffalo got no running game. They got no running game, bro. They're one-dimensional. That ain't gonna cut it. You ain't gonna cut it with one wide receiver. Diggs, you don't throw the Diggs. Everybody know who the ball's going to is Diggs.
On double them. You're gonna have one below, one over him. That's it.
And Beasley ain't running past nobody. I mean, he could get open, get you 6, maybe 10, maybe if we forget about him, 15. Mm-hmm. But you got to find that second wide receiver, Emmanuel Sanders. He old. He 34 years old, bro.
He retire.
Gabriel Davis, he has to step. You got to get him more shots, bro. He's the young buck. They got rid of Zay Jones. He went to Las Vegas and he scored the winning touchdown. You know what I mean? So it's just I don't know, man. I just,
speaking of Vegas, yeah, they won. That's good and everything, but they gave John Gruden, right, $100 million deal.
10 years contract.
So how many years is he in already?
I think 4.
4?
I think 4.
4? And they haven't made the playoffs yet? Yeah, that's just stupid. That's dumb to give a head coach that much money for one Super Bowl.
I don't know, man. He white.
And it wasn't even his team. That was Dungy's team.
That was Dungy's team. That's right. Was it Dungy's team or Levy?
It was Dungy's team in Tampa.
Dungy's team. Yeah, that's right. Dungy came down there after Indianapolis and built that team. And then they got Dungy because he didn't make the playoffs, or he lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, he lost in the playoffs or something, but that was Dungy's team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
he didn't build that team. And then because Dungy won in Indianapolis.
Yeah, he won like a couple years afterwards.
Yeah. And then he won in Indianapolis first and then went to Tampa Bay. And then Levy Smith.
No, he went to Tampa first, then went to Indy.
What?
Yeah.
I thought he was Peyton Manning's coach forever.
No, that was afterwards.
For real? What? Yeah, look that up. I thought he was with Indianapolis for a minute, and then he went down to Tampa Bay. Because I know Lovie Smith was in Chicago forever. And then I know, what's his name? Marvin Lewis was in Cincinnati forever.
Yeah, look it up. I mean, he was in Tampa Bay for a while. But then once he got fired, John Gruden took that job. And that's when he went to, I believe, Indy.
Wait. Peyton Manning won his Super Bowl what?
in
He played Chicago in 2008.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Because Peyton Manning went twice. He played Chicago one and won it against Rex Grossman, was the quarterback for Chicago. And then they lost to New Orleans.
Right.
So it's 2008, 2009. Damn, when was Tampa Bay? 2004? 2005? Dang, I gotta look that up, bro. You got my head turning.
That was in like 1990. We were in middle school.
Tampa Bay won the ball in the
we're like middle school, maybe freshman year.
I gotta look that up now, bro. Like, shoot, I gotta definitely look that up. Man, that got me twisted.
Speaking of which, closing remarks.
Closing remarks, man. I think it's a crazy world out there, man. You know, all I got to say about that is just pretty much keep your head up. You know what I mean? Stay focused on your goals. You know, protect your family. Like that's the most important, is to protect your family from media, from outside influences. Have a strong foundation for your family. Have a strong goal in mind for your family, because right now, you know, people are being tested. You know, families are being tested, relationships are being tested. You know, especially with this whole mandatory vaccine thing going on. You know, it's just good to have sports back. It's good to, you know, look forward to Saturdays and Sundays and Thursdays and Mondays and stuff like that. And you know, just get your mind off of some things, but still stay woke, you know, still, you know, follow, you know.
Yeah, still pay attention to what's going on.
Attention to what's going on. Prepare. Mm-hmm. Prepare. Like I'm preparing. Like my uncle told me, prepare, you know, and I know this sounds crazy, but start buying your water now. Start buying your toiletries now. Start buying survival packs now. And if you do it a little bit by each check, you should be ready before, you know, the end of the year, you know? So, you know, I bought my first 32 case water. I'll buy it every time I get paid a case. You know, I'll buy the survival packs, you know, it's a 72-hour survival pack. You know, I'll buy 2 of them for me and my daughter. You know, definitely start purchasing now that it's constitutional carry. You know, thinking about getting a strap, you know, thinking about getting that shotgun for home defense. Just prepare, man. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And, you know, I feel like I have the high ground being on the level, you know, 3rd floor of the apartment complex. So, you know, I'm shooting down. It's a long way up, you know what I mean? So I just feel like just prepare, man. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Prepare, save the chips, you know, get ready for this house shit to bomb again, like 2008, you know, and then put everything in it. You know what I mean? You might come out with some money, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's my final, that's what I've been thinking about, man. I want to pass that along to everybody that's listening.
Yeah, man, that's definitely much needed to hear, especially what's going on in this world. So
definitely, dude. We don't want to be behind the bar, you know. We don't want to be on the back of the bus. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? Yeah. We've had years of that shit. So, you know, nothing lasts forever. Freedom is a very it's a very hard word to say now.
Right. Sort of like an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like when the lights like flicker. Freedom and it flickers, like it's a light, you know what I mean? You know, these people really want more government. They voted for more government. Now you're seeing more government.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen so many people, like I said before, want to give away their free will, give away their freedoms, because their choice.
because they're scared.
We all gotta die. We all gotta die. We all gonna die. We just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. We don't know when, so that's why you gotta live your life right now. And everybody now, I understand everybody's scared to die, and I'm like, bruh, like, look, I already know when I die, I left Baby Bear something. I'm okay. And when I meet God or whoever up there, we gonna have a conversation.
Say, hey,
I don't know how that
did my best.
I don't know how that conversation gonna go. I mean,
I don't say I did my best. I did my best. I mean, you know what's out here. You know what's out here.
All I can tell him is like, hey, you have the blame too. And he gonna be talking about. I'm like, you gave us free will. You know what I mean? Like, you gave us free will.
Best. I didn't try to hurt nobody. I didn't
kill nobody. I didn't, I'm sorry. I know you wanted to throw the New Testament in there, but I couldn't turn the other cheek. Jesus could have done that, but Jesus.
Then I had my own questions about if they misinterpret what you're saying. Maybe they changed some things up, or what you wanted us to live by, or
I mean, I do think about that sometimes, to be seriously though.
Yeah.
Like having a conversation with God. Being like, that's, everybody's like, oh, would you take $50,000 or have dinner with Tom Brady? I was like, you know who I want to talk, sit down and have dinner with?
Master P.
I want to have dinner with the Almighty.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he could portray himself as being Denzel or Morgan Freeman or whoever, but
or James Earl Jones,
something, But you can just sitting down, having a real conversation, just like, hey, like, why are we here? Why? Is this purgatory? Is this a place where we have to prove why we're on Earth to go to heaven?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Like, because there's some reason the government wants to be in our bodies now.
What's our purpose?
What's our purpose? Was it individual purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like you make your whatever you want it to be?
That's the thing. Everything around us has purpose. Trees, flowers.
Are we sent here to see who worships you, who thinks about you, who's kind-hearted, who's, because my thing is just like, we're born into sin, man. That's tough. That's tough to come out of.
Really?
Born into sin, like, bro, there's a whole craziness of stuff out here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's, real talk, I don't want to talk to anybody famous. It's not worth it. No. It's not worth it at all, because
they have their own troubles.
they have their own crap going dealing with. Just because they're smiling on TV don't mean their wife is fucking their teammate or fucking somebody else.
Anything. We can help these famous people. Just being someone they can talk to, and we will not judge them or anything like that, because I know they go through some shit.
I know they probably, yeah. So it's kind of, that's the price they pay, and good luck. And
I mean, it's like with everything. Everything comes with a price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything. Every choice.
Every action has a consequence.
Yeah, and I don't hold anything against actors or entertainers, because that's tough because for a majority of them, they love to act, they love to sing, but it just comes with a lot of bullshit to where
I'm just not an influence. I mean, I'm just gonna put it this way. There's no way I'm gonna listen to Brad Pitt about political issues.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that I'm gonna listen to some actress, actor, or anybody famous about political issues. That's why I don't even listen to LeBron James.
No, you can't.
I feel like LeBron James, like, man, You like be Michael Jordan. As much as we talk shit about Michael Jordan, he did a lot of shit in the background. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, but you have to understand, like, shit. I understand to a point to where I worked hard. I was in the gym. I shot 1,000 shots. I chose this life and to work hard at it because it was my passion. And I became successful and I made money because of my success. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just supposed to give it away. Freely, like nothing back, just give it away.
Right.
I'm supposed to help somebody that didn't help themselves when they had the same opportunity I did. Like, because Michael Jordan wasn't rich. He's a kid just from, I mean, his parents were educated, but he came from North Carolina.
Yeah, he had like a low class upbringing.
You know what I mean? Tom Brady, the 199th pick of the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Bledsoe didn't even take him serious. And he took his job and won 7 damn fucking Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I don't expect a lot from, you know, when they say, oh, I built schools and stuff and did all that. That's great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's in conjunction with the government and stuff like
that. Yeah, I don't, like, I don't, you know, like I see some like, you know, World Star when they're, these kids or college or whatever is following this rapper that I don't even know of, taking this thing. I was like, bro, you'll never catch me doing that. Mm-hmm. You know, somebody call it like, you know, and it's not being a hater. It's just that look at all the sheep. Look at them. Like flies the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Why are we worshiping this cat?
We just gotta keep it in perspective. You know, it's no problem. There's nothing wrong with just admiring these entertainers for what they do, because they're very, you know, extraordinary what they do, whether they act or sing or maybe they run a touchdown or put a ball in a hoop or whatever. But we just gotta keep it there.
I'm just not in a concert crying, like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like I sent you
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson or Prince in his prime?
I think it was Michael Jackson. People were like crying, bro, like emotion. And I'm like, why? What's wrong with him? They sad? Like, you sing a sad song? Like, but no, I sent you this thing on Instagram. You gotta check out where the girl. So Drake goes on saying like, oh, you know, I'm in a relationship, and his girlfriend, the guy's girlfriend, he's filming his girlfriend like break down and cry.
Yeah. And
I'm like, we're done, bro. I don't need you a girlfriend. Oh, hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell, I can't be with somebody like that.
Yeah.
Can't be with somebody like that. That hell no. I was like, you crying? Like literally crying on the couch, went to the bed, just I'm like, nah, man. Nah. I'm good. You over here dying like a family member dying.
All right, well, that's it for this show. I mean, I look forward to having more.
Oh yeah, man. This is it's going good, man. It's going good.
The first one was like, okay, now we know what we need to do. You know, we definitely need to format it, organize it. You know.
Now we just got to do our research. I'll make sure I have my research.
I'm gonna have my.
You know what I mean? Howard, like, you know, what was they teams name, motherfucker? I was like, well, I don't know, but that's what they said. Who said it? I'll do my research next time.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, brother. I'll see you next week.
You take care, man. Be safe.
All right.